There's been a full court press in the last 48 hours on the compromise bill. Perhaps if we had done that on the first bill, we would have gotten to that sweet spot of 218 votes. But, you know, history is over with that bill. We've got to move on, have good discussions going forward. So hopefully we will.
Trying to find an immigration solution, Republican lawmakers are getting ready to meet moments from now after delaying the compromise immigration bill vote until tomorrow. Here now is Republican Congressman Jeff Denham from California. Sir, thank you for joining us. Let me get your reaction to what Mark Meadows said there, first of all. Did you hear that?
I did. First of all, I wouldn't say there's been a 48-hour press on this. I would say that over the last 48 hours, there's been a lot of confusion with late-night amendments last night, with votes that have continued to change. We now have a clear direction. The other bill failed today. Now we have the opportunity to bring up what I wouldn't consider a compromise necessarily, but what is the president's own bill, his language, one that we've taken the Freedom Caucus's amendments on.
Yeah, where was the confusion before? I mean, people said they thought there was things in there that weren't there, and et cetera, and you had to sort of, you know, call a timeout in order to regroup. Was that about not understanding what was in it, or was that about whipping more votes?
I think it had more to do with confusion between the first bill that was already voted on, the amendments that came in very, very late last night on that. I think it caught everybody by surprise that amendments were being allowed in the first place. It fundamentally changed that bill. So there was a question about Good Lat 1, Good Lat 1A, Good Lat 2. Ultimately, we had to pull back and say, wait a minute, let's focus on the bill that we have at hand and make sure everybody knows exactly what's in it.
So tell us exactly what's in it.
Well, this is what the president's asked for: $25 billion on border security. That includes money for ICE and Border Patrol, as well as the funding that the president's asked for physical border security, as well as fixing asylum, fixing the visa system, getting rid of diversity lottery, as well as the amendment that I put in that stops this horrific challenge with dividing kids from their parents. But the biggest thing in here is protecting Dreamers from day one.
So you put them back together with their parents. Then what happens to them after that? Because that's obviously the big question. They're back together. They're being held. Then what happens?
They're held for expedited due process. We want to make sure that these cases are handled immediately, rather than taking these kids away and treating them like unaccompanied minors the same way the previous administration did. We want to keep kids with their parents.
And, you know, the critics say that this takes the numbers for legal immigration down. Do you agree with that?
I do. It's certainly over time, over a 10-year period, it would be a decrease under the initial visa system to allow DACA students and employees to allow these kids to be able to apply for those visas.
So is it true or not? I mean, that's kind of the question. Is some were saying that net it's neutral because it accounts for these DACA kids. Is that true or is that not true?
No, that's true. I would consider it neutral.
Do you think that this has a chance of, first of all, is it going to pass the House tomorrow?
You know, part of the reason for this pause is not only to clarify exactly what this bill is and make sure members actually read the bill like I have, but secondly, to allow the president the chance to lean in. This is his 4 pillars. These are the things that he had asked for. This is his opportunity to get it done, as well as the speaker. The speaker doesn't bring a bill to the floor unless it has 218 votes.
Do you not feel like the president has been pressing enough? I mean, that's what I take from that question, from that answer.
Well, look, I felt he unequivocally answered it when he came to our conference. There was no question in my mind, but I think other members heard what they wanted to hear. And then certainly with his tweet this morning, it raised some concerns from some members as well. So this is a chance to regroup and really clarify for everybody and then bring the bill to the floor.
Could it pass the Senate if it gets past you guys?
I think so. I mean, this is the closest bill that they had to the 4 pillars over there. It had 54 votes last time. Yeah. But this also had a lot of the issues that the Gang of 8 bill had in 2013, that every Democrat supported in the House and every Democrat in the Senate voted for. So this is not only a Republican solution, but one that Democrats should be supporting as well.
Well, you guys better come up with a solution because the American public's getting pretty fed up, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Back to work.
And doing nothing is not an option.
No, it's not. Thank you.